So they'll be calling you a radical. So the salmon number collapsed. First, before I'll get to the salmon numbers, this is a big story and a big deal. Thank you to Donovan Mitchell, my old friend. By the way, I want you to look at those courtside tickets. That's the first Jazz playoff game. They any good? Oh, fuck. Speaking of Louisville, this is for... Yeah, Daryl Griffith, Dr. Duncanstein on the floor that night. That's the first Jazz playoff game in history. The great Frank Layden is from your town, Donovan. He's Fort Greene guy. So this is important on the salmon collapse. And I want to talk about this first. Kevin Blanch, the activist. I have never been... That was such incredible activism yesterday. Now, I knew that he was going to take a knee. And I knew everything. And he's been so outspoken. He's been so great. I know, Donovan, this is important. And we'll talk some nuclear. That's the first nuclear reactor. Oh, no. That one's right up here in Idaho. So, first off, to Donovan Mitchell's incredible activism. He has the bulletproof vest. He has the names. Now, I didn't know that he was going to do this. I'm listening to the game on the radio and I turn it on because David Locke. You know, by the way, I love fucking Ron Boone. Talk about... 50 years he's been in our lives. So I want to talk about activism, racism, then I'll get to the catastrophe, Salmon River, Copper River in Alaska. Numbers in, what is that? 528,000 for the fucking year. Lowest in history was 800,000 2 years ago. 4 million pre-Fukushima. Oh, it's a big fucking deal. As ecology collapses, dies. So I spent so much of my life in Brooklyn. You know, and when Donovan was in high school, I'm in Brooklyn all the time. You know, when he was in junior high, I'm doing my gig. I pay attention to college basketball because I'm a basketball nut. High school basketball. I'm a basketball nut. And you don't think I am? You don't know shit. That's real. Dick Motta coached here at Weber State. You know, the great Wesley Ensel died this year. You know, that's the cheater game. Kobe was on the floor that day when David Stern died this year, right before Kobe died. So, I'm in Italy. My daughter's wedding. I come home. I'm in the airport. Waiting for my connecting flight to Salt Lake. Look over there's a young African-American young man with a hoodie on. I'm just walk up and I says, now what the fuck would a guy like you be doing flying to Salt Lake? And he looked right over at me. And he says, I play for the Jazz. What? I looked right at him. I says, I knew who it was immediately. As soon as I looked at him, he looked at me, took the hood off. I says, oh, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. I'm like, fuck. I lost track of his career in college. I didn't pay attention to him at Louisville. I says, the Jazz drafted you. Yeah. I says, this is before his first game in Salt Lake. This is in August, I believe, his rookie year, 3 years ago. I'm like, you poor fucking guy. I says, they're the most racist fans in the fucking world, and I know there ain't no more hardcore fucking Jazz fan than I used to be. Fuck. I wrote them off when they disrespected Bobby Sloan. What they did to her. Yeah, she died of the Energy Solutions. Yeah, bringing nuclear waste up. Yep, that's, she died of cancer. The girl gold digger who hooked up with Jerry Sloan and, stole his money. I know her personally. She just dumped his entire collection. I had a conversation with Phil Johnson at Bagelance Wake, and I did the play-by-play at Damian Lillard's alumni game at Weber. I'm friends with Damian. I was on the campus same time he was, blah, 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 blah. By the way, that game was 8-24. What's significant about that? Kobe, 8-24. So, then we'll get to the salmon numbers. I says, you're talking the most racist fucking fans in the world now. Now, by the way, they did not used to be. The old Salt Palace, fuck, you're talking the greatest fans in fucking the world. Sophisticated. This is a basketball team. The old fucking Utah Stars, Elmo Beatty and crew were the fucking greatest. And the Jazz, Frank Layden was the greatest. I mean, Pistol Pete only played a few games here. I mean, Ricky Green, fastest of them all. Hot Rod Hundley. You know, that's not Hot Rod's fucking real name. Hot Rod was the greatest. The fucking greatest. I was friends with Hot Rod. Really good friends with Hot Rod. By the way, a lot of people don't know that Hot Rod Hundley's not his real name. You know, his name's, Clark. He grew up as an orphan boy. What a fucking... what a player. The greatest basketball analyst in history. Ever! So, fastest of them all, Ricky Green. From the parking lot! Darryl Griffith, Adrian Dantley. What a fucking team. Duck Williams was the point guard on the original Jazz team. By the way, the first Jazz game, the New Orleans Jazz, I have that program and ticket also. Oh, that was in New York. The New Orleans Jazz. Jazz here in Ogden. So I tell Donovan, you remember the game this year? The end of the 2017 season? Kevin Durant, and when the Jazz got swept, I think they were an 8 seed. That great Warriors team. Yeah, I do. I said, you remember those two fans right up on the front row just chirping? I think those were the Echoes boys. Some fucking bullshit wealth. Because those tickets are like $10,000 to watch a shitty fucking game when they were, what? $15 fucking courtside? I remember when Frank Layden, with Larry Miller, what a great owner he was. Cheapskate, but great owner. And had those Layden boys. Oh, they knew how to scout. Stockton and Malone. Who do you think found them? I remember when Larry Miller fought George Karl in the stands. I remember in this old Salt Palace, Larry Bird and Gentle Ben Poquette freaking going, blows. That's back when NBA players used to fist fight. Used to have a lot of, Kermit. Ask Rudy Tomjanovich. But I was all the games, every fucking game. The Salt Palace is the greatest arena. Larry Bird said it was his greatest place. So, the greatest fans in the world were in the old Salt Palace. This was a basketball as non-racist as you can get. Till the late 90s, you could see it starting to change. These Echo Boomers turned off racist fucking punks. We protested, Battistone, me and my friends. We weren't even old enough to fucking drink, I don't think. Well, I don't know. The drinking age was 19 in Idaho and Wyoming, and they accepted that in Utah. So they raised 16-ounce beers at the old Salt Palace from $1 to $1.25. Well, fuck, we protested. Battistone fucking lowered them back to $1, sent them for fucking rounds every night. I used to sit with Darryl Griffith, Ricky Green's wives. We'd sit there. There was no press conference. The game was fucking bus. It was great basketball. What a Puritan fucking sport. I remember when Thurl Bailey was a fucking rookie. Oh my God, how good were they? Carmelo, how fucking good. Stockton, how fucking good. But they're racist fuckers. He says, yeah, I remember that. I'll quote Donovan Mitchell to Kevin Blanch in JFK Airport before he got to Salt Lake. I says, then he went off for 17 fucking points, I think, in a row. Don't feed the line. Don't feed the line. Oh, boy. Who knew Donovan Mitchell was going to be that? Well, when I saw him play in high school. Whoa. You never know. The activists? That's some of the best activism I've ever seen. And you don't think I fucking know? You don't know anything about Kevin Blanch. You don't think anything about me in Brooklyn. You don't know anything about me. When Occupy started, who the fuck you think started it? Washington Square, all of it. The shit I've done, the activist career of mine, fuck. Why do you think they go after me so fucking hard? So the salmon numbers. On the Copper River, 4 million pre-Fukushima. Worst year they ever had is 800,000, just under 2 years ago. Came in, it's over. The Copper River fucking number. And then Kenine numbers are even fucking worse. The Copper River, 529,000 for the year. It's over. Catastrophe. They said they're sucked up, they're skinny. Killed the photoplankton. Big fucking deal. So I just want to say this to Donovan. I've never been so proud of a young activist. Never! By the way, I'll tell you a great story. One of my gigs in D.C., I think we were Washington Square, in New York City. Million Mass March, pre-Million Mass March. Maybe it was post-Million Mass March. I think it was 2014. I'm passing around the megaphone. Vice is doing it. I'm running it. There's a great activist from Brooklyn I used to know. I used to call him Iron Mike Tyson at me. He used to just follow me around. He says, Kevin, I'm here to watch your back. Whoa, thank you. I mean, this dude he looked physically, mentally, just like, physically. By the way, Donovan's brilliant. I mean, that activism was fucking brilliant. Brilliant. Let off the whole COVID-19. It may not have a few views right now. People ain't paying attention. Oh, they're going to. It's one of those that's going to grow over time. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. By the way, Damian Lillard showed up to an event out there. I know Damian. Keep going, you guys. Keep going. Don't fucking back down. You're the young fucking face and the voice. Oh boy. You might not think you are, but I don't know if you picked it or it picked you, but you're it. Tag, you're it. Brilliant. Fucking loved it. By the way, you guys are multimillionaires. I got a bill for all my activism, 1.8 million, but I'm in there Washington Square there doing my work. I'll never forget it. I told a bunch of people, I says, I met these young people tonight. This young, really young teenagers. 18, 17, 19, 16. There's a small group of them. One of them was brother and sister. I'm passing around. I never heard preachers like this. I never heard them go like this. I'm like, whoa. Gave me incredible hope. I think this was 2014. You know who it was? I didn't realize it until years later. I was going through some videos and some old photos. One of them, AOC herself. I'm like, wow. I mean, out in the street, that's where and I want to say this. My activism, my fucking tide pool work, fucking everything I do, you can talk whatever you want. The world is run by those who show up. I heard that from somebody one time. But anyway, it's a long, ugly, hardcore fucking journey, but I ain't backing down. I got a bill for 1.8 million. I had my fucking chest split open. That was right after I had open heart surgery. My doctor, Colato, the Italian freaking doctor, says, you really going? I says, I'll tell you, yeah, I'm going to Italy. He says, go. This wasn't long after I had my open heart surgery, May 1st. I went to Italy in July. I says, I'm going to hike the Duomo all the way up it. And if I can do that, I'll fucking take a photo off the top and tell you I'm okay. Michelangelo. Oh, talk about an activist. I did it, and then I come home. I remember that day standing there talking to Donovan. I knew it was a special moment. I knew it was. I could feel it. I can sense things like that. For I am the son of Cassandra. So, all this, Kevin Blanch, the activist, when I give you praise as an activist, you better take it like a freaking medal. Because if you don't think I fucking know, then you don't know fucking my trail or my journey. Oh boy. I'll show you fucking activism. Fucking down and fucking dirty in the fucking trenches doing the fucking dirty work. Thank you to everybody who supports this historic work. And they fear me. They should fucking fear me. They go after me. They attack me. Poverty. Loneliness comes with fucking territory. I will survive. I will get by. A little help from my friends. Thank you, Donovan. Brilliant activism. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Brilliant. Fuck, I can't tell you how fucking thrilled I was. Stay tuned.